my 3-year-old as he comes screaming out of the door. He stands looking at me, his face red in anger, just like a fresh tomato. He comes up to me and says, "Daddy, me angry. You bad boy, you don't give me TV?" And then he walks at me and says, I'm like, "What was that?" He said, "I make you small and go away." For a minute, it didn't strike me what the hell was he doing. And then I had this moment of realization. I said, "You are not getting that iPad again." Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, today I want to talk about the influence that technology and internet is having on our lives. All of us have been touched in some way or the other. What I want to talk about, since we are part of Toastmasters, is how the internet and technology is impacting communication. One of the immediate things that I know technology has done to our communication is change the way we talk, what we talk about, whom we talk to, the kind of topics we have. You know, some of the things that we say today would have been considered absolutely absurd like 10 years ago. When you heard the conversations, you'd be wondering, you know, if these people would have been in mental asylums. You know, these are some of the things that we heard people talk today. I store everything in the cloud, don't you? I've got Angry Birds on my phone. Can you kid me? Mary just poked me yesterday. Oh no, my Windows just crashed. Don't forget to delete your cookies. And this one's my favorite. Eeks, my galaxy just died. Oh. The internet today is a breeding ground for words. You know, it's inventing a lot of new words which we've never heard in the past 5 years. And I was trying to look this up, and I found some really interesting ones. An asshole, for example, is somebody who keeps asking ridiculous and stupid questions without being obnoxious. A selfish person is somebody who's on the cell phone all the time. A textpectation is apparently a feeling you have when you text somebody and you're waiting in anticipation. A conversation is an absolute futile and useless discussion. And apparently beer boarding is when you're trying to get somebody drunk to get some information out of them. You know, not only is the internet giving us these new words, it's also changing the meaning of some of the words we have all been used to for so many years. Just a few examples. You know, when I was in school, the word friend meant a noun. But thanks to Mr. Zuckerberg and Facebook, now it's a verb. You can friend and unfriend somebody whenever you want. Tablets with things which we kept away from children. These days, children keep the tablets away from us. An apple used to be something we ate, not something we played with. When I said I'm hanging out with my friends, what I meant was I was out there, outdoors, having a good time, not sitting in front of my PC on a Google Hangout. You know, just the company Google. A few years ago, it was just an IT company. Today, it's become synonymous to doing an internet search. So you can Google somebody up, whatever Google means. But most of all, you know, there's one word which really depresses me at times, is the word like. And I'm sure most of us in this room use this almost every other day on Facebook. To me, the word like basically generates a feeling of happiness or joy. But the other day, a couple of weeks ago actually, I saw a post from a friend of mine who posted about his father's passing away. And I saw people liking that post. And I didn't know, honestly. I don't know what about you, but I don't know what that means. How can you like somebody's father passing away? Now, I was wondering when I was preparing the speech, you know, what does the internet world got to do with the real world? Are there any similarities? So I tried to do and gather some facts, and I did find something really interesting. Here's something that I found. The real world today, you know, as we know, we're growing, we're around 7.3 billion people, and the internet is around half its size. However, the real world is growing around 1.13% only, as opposed to the internet, which is growing at a healthy rate of 8%. Every hour as we go by, there are 15,000 babies born. And during the same time, there are 5,000 websites being registered in the internet world. We all know China is the biggest in terms of population. But Facebook has overtaken China in the internet world, of course, with more than or close to 1.5 billion people. Now, I was thinking, it would be interesting, and I want you to imagine this, if our real lives were like our online lives. What if you did everything that you did in real life, what you did on social media, for example? Let's take Facebook. So I'm going out on the streets, I tell every other person, this is what I did yesterday. This is what I'm going to do now. This is what I did tomorrow. This is what I eat. And then I listen to everybody's conversations, and I say, I like that, I like that. And then I go on writing on everybody's walls. Guess what? It actually works, trust me, it works. I've got 4 followers now. 1 psychiatrist, 2 policemen, and a social worker. And LinkedIn, which is another social media site, would not be any different. Here's how LinkedIn would look. Hello, my name is Vipin. Can you introduce me to the gentleman, please? I need to be connected with him. I admire your public speaking skills. Can you endorse me? I can endorse you back. Oh, my God. Oh, by the way, do you know those 4 people just viewed you? Wouldn't that be crazy? I mean, internet addiction is becoming such a problem that researchers are thinking about putting it to a list of mental disorders. China has taken this step forward. They already have camps who look after internet addicts. But don't get me wrong, I am not somebody who's anti-technology or anti-internet. As a matter of fact, I'm a very pro-internet fan. If you ask my wife, she'd probably say I'm a semi-geek. The biggest irony of the speech today is all that I showed you today, half of it is coming from the internet. Now, the fact is that it's not the internet or technology which is bad. It's how we make use of it. As humans, we need to understand that we invented these so that we could use them, not the other way around. So I would urge all of us not to squeeze our lives into the world of clicks, but expand yourself, spend time with real people out there, and embrace the world of clicks. But don't forget, you live in the world of bricks. Mr. Toastmaster.